Yeah, I'm pretty frustrated right now, and I cooled down, and I apologize for the way I acted, but still, I feel like she was in our business, and it made me really, really upset, because we usually are pretty calm, and we come on a daily basis, and we're not in anyone's faces. We're pretty calm and collected, and I feel like I have a say or an opinion on the matter.
Most definitely. No, I totally understand. And I haven't had anyone say anything.
This is Travis and Kyle with Beyond Bipolar blog. So this is going to be posted next week, since I had another video loaded on debit code review. But this is going to be posted next week, and this happened, I believe it was what was the date? Do you know if it was?
I think it's Thursday.
Kyle believes it was Thursday, but we had a huge pickle when we were at the gym. There was this lady that was complaining to us that we take too much space and that we weren't cleaning up after ourselves, and people are going to slip. She actually went to the point where she criticized us and felt that she was going to go talk to management. And this actually really, really upsetted us. So we went to see the management first, since we do know them. I know the video that you just saw is just a snippet of what actually happened, but what happened was I ended up getting in such a huge sissy fit that I was getting really, really angry and upset because of this, because we've been going there for 3 years. Kyle said 4, but it's actually 3. I'd say 2 because COVID, we didn't really go, but for 2 years we've been going, exercising for the last 3 years, and this lady just suddenly shows up acting like a Karen, like she's entitled. And
no one complained after the 3 years we were going to Planet Fitness as well. So at first I was gonna just say it was actually me that actually got annoyed, and I was telling her when she was saying she's gonna go to management, I said go ahead, you fucking bitch. And Travis ended up making it, escalating it. To me, I feel like it's worse, because he went up there and he started screaming and yelling. I mean, this isn't the only time where my brother has a hissy fit in public. The first time he did so was when...
Hey guys, it's pretty kinky to bring up 2019. We're gonna get kicked out on Sunny.
There's this guy that's complaining that we were recording in the bathroom when we really shouldn't have been. I think we were at fault there. My brother was yelling. He took his shirt off, and then this Asian lady who was Korean showed the shock face. Second time was with Nance, with our ex, and my brother blew up because she was kind of egging him on, because he wouldn't pay her the $1,000 for quitting to smoke. Third time was today, last week. So that's kind of the MO with my brother. He tends to throw hissy fits, and he just destroys everything in its wake.
I want to say it was actually maybe the 21st of April, so that was the Thursday. This is going to be loaded next week, which today is going to be I believe it's going to be the 1st of May.
I mean, we're 35 years old and still throwing hissy fits, I guess. Mainly my brother. I mainly threw hissy fits mainly at work. I mean, I guess I'll just go backwards. 2018, it was actually pretty good. There's this black woman named Tuna who kept criticizing what I was doing, and just not very nice. I mean, I don't, that's what have been my issues holding jobs, is when I don't deal with assholes very well. I have a very short fuse. I guess like my brother in a way. 2018 was an event, and then 2007 I quit just randomly out there because he wasn't paying us in time, let alone I didn't really care about that job anymore. I just wanted to quit. First time was with the asshole, our foreman for a landscaping company. So yeah, I don't know if mental health and mental illness relates to hissy fits. I just want to say grudges, anger, and rage is actually very, very unhealthy. For me, when I get really, really upset, it really affects my night, and I'm up all night, or I wake up really early and can't fall asleep, or I have anxiety, because it definitely increases both in adrenaline. However, I want to say that I'm doing a lot better, because with my bipolar rages, the mixed episodes, I was extremely, extremely angry and very, very frequent of it. I want to say that, yeah, I don't always blame bipolar, and sometimes I do, but for now,
I feel like I am capable of being more reserved when it comes to these type of behaviors. And I want to say that people with bipolar disorder, with mixed MSOs, there are angry irritability issues that you guys got to be aware of. And if it's of frequency, then, you know, maybe meds is the route you have to go, because it can definitely calm the nerves, especially antipsychotics. Some antidepressants make you feel better, and mood stabilizers.
So basically, I guess we'll show more details. My brother went up there, and we were basically arguing. The lady actually got mad because she thought we took a picture of her. I guess I kind of was. And she wanted to look at my phone. I said, nah. But anyway, the manager up there is a nice guy. He tried to calm us down. He pretty much said we didn't do anything wrong. But basically, I was telling them that my brother's bipolar. He struggled with hospitalization and suicidality, and I guess that's when he started exploding. And he said, we go here, if this woman fixes this, we either stay, we just leave. And I didn't really want to leave because the St. Paul one's still farther away, so I don't want to botch it.
Do you think, Kyle, that this is bipolar, or is it actually just anger in general?
Maybe anger in general, because you don't seem to care about how you carry yourself when in public. Like you said, that he just made a joke when we were talking about it. We'll show snippets of it. We'll show snippets of it. But basically, my brother says he likes to just start a ruckus because he's insane and he's an actor. He just doesn't care.
You have a mental problem.
Nope, I'm Kanye.
No, you're not.
Mom doesn't.
Why did you have to yell? Why wasn't it just good enough for me to just call the woman a bitch and fuck off?
Because that's wrong. You gotta make a scene so
no, you don't.
So people think you're insane.
You are insane.
So
I believe I destroyed my reputation a long time ago.
I mean, I guess I didn't care too when I'm really pushed over the edge, but it's been a while since I have. I mean, I guess I kind of was pushed over the edge with my ex. She was blaming me, saying that my dad opened mail, and I got really angry, so I just posted a post of her, what's going on with, that the cops wanted her things, and they're being held for evidence for drug lord shit. But yeah, I guess when it comes to the point, I got that angry Korean Han too, but for the most part, with that lady, I was okay. I mean, I was irritated at first, but then Travis just seemed to make it worse.
Guys, so I just want to say that you really need to, or at least try to, manage your anger and anxiety, and taking the next step back and trying to be more mature about it in the heat of the moment is something that you probably should try. But for me, it's really difficult, because when I'm angry, I definitely get angry, though it's a rare occasion. I just want to say that I cannot try to burn these bridges, because going to the gym is very helpful for mental health. It gives you a purpose, a routine to continuously do throughout. Where are you going?
We're going here, right? Oh shit, forgot.
And guys, so be aware that, you know, you can really burn bridges if you get really upset in the gym, because you could get kicked out forever, and that is not a good thing.
So anger sometimes can be good because it gets you moving, the adrenaline going, but it really does destroy relationships.
I actually looked up this research, actually. I believe I was reading this book called like The Pursuit of Happiness, or something about happiness. He's actually a social psychologist, and this guy said that people who have damage to the frontal lobe have more aggression, more sexual innuendos. There's this guy that ended up getting to a lot of porn and pedophilia, but it was because he had this tumor growing in his brain that was affecting his frontal lobes. But when it was reduced, he became more manageable when it came to these urges, because the frontal lobe actually helps control these very innate, primitive urges that people have. However, the tumor grew back, and he ended up getting worse and worse, and in jail. But I just want to say, guys, that you know, the brain is very important, and you know, when it comes to taking care of yourself, you want to use protection. And people who don't wear helmets, you know, it's a shame, because people can really die on it.
He's talking about TBI.
Yeah,
for
traumatic brain injuries are really horrible.
For really sports people, when you cause damage to your brain.
It can definitely cause physical issues. The only reason why I mentioned that is because, you know, mental health can definitely be affected through the brain, even though it's not as possible to detect it when it comes to mental health. However, you know, different parts of the brain are very important when it comes to functioning, overall functioning. And if people think chemistry is important or whatever is important, then meds can definitely help and rearrange the things or help manage the things, dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, to help you manage your life better, to reduce the SI, to reduce the bad feelings and the suicidality and the mania. So if you're bipolar, guys, there is a pretty good science that say that, you know, there are chemical alterations that can definitely help you when it comes to managing your mental health.
So we'll talk a little bit more after we cooled down and left Planet Fitness. I mean, we did manage to finish our workout, just didn't do any cardio.
We just left.
But we
finished it and then we left.
So the thing is with the work, it takes a lot of, and my brother maybe could show clips of what we did, but it basically takes a lot of the
ladders and they
slides.
We're on our bot.
And with two people
we're
too.
On parallel to the ground, and they do definitely take some space. So maybe we took a little bit more space than usual, and in order the slides to work on the type of flooring they had, which was pretty rubbery, we had to spray down some stuff so the slides can work a little bit easier. The truth is, yeah, it's possible to slip on it, but it dries up really quickly, and even so, it's more likely than not where you would slip.
I was actually really surprised. There's actually a lot of people that thought we were right and we shouldn't even apologize, but we did. My brother called the management and he's going to talk to the upper management, the big hot honcho. I don't know if he emailed them back, but he'll show some clips of our workouts, and then also the shindig, what happened, because we did apologize. We went back the next day and we're okay. So,
although I don't know if I was okay, because when I get really upset, I have a tendency to shave my head and not give a shit, so that's what I ended up doing. However, I actually look not too bad, so can't really complain too much.
So anyway, I also wanted to mention that, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so we were, after apologizing, we were fine, but I guess I wanted to hold on a second. Can't remember what I was gonna say now.
Did you want to talk about like before I interrupted you? You want to talk about the fact that?
Oh, so how I deal with the humor is I made really sexual innuendos. Maybe I'll post those too, because basically I just call her an ugly fucking bitch. That's how I deal with it.
You know,
it's pretty aggressive.
You could probably upload that on the Angry Drama channel or the.
Yeah, but I think we can just put it in the Beyond Bipolar blog.
Well,
I think that lady just sex starved and needs to get fucked.
She reported you guys.
She's a skinny ass bitch that could just walk all over.
Big fuck. Just get over it. Just get over it and walk on. Don't put anything more on Facebook.
I wouldn't fuck that ass with a 12-inch pole.
Knock it off, Kyle. Knock it off.
Dad didn't like it. He wants us to just let it go. I mean, my dad, I think we probably get our anger from our dad too, because he gets pretty angry too. And our mom's not as angry. She's more passive, but yeah, we probably get a little bit of our anger from our dad. And also wanted to mention, I don't know if you believe in astrology, but we have Mars in Aries placement, which is the dominant planet known for anger. So we have these planets, not just the sun like you're used to, like the Aries sun or the Scorpio sun. You have signs in all the other planets, like the moon, Saturn, Mercury, Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, and whatnot. So there's a whole bunch of planets, and if you really believe in that, I've been studying birth charts for a very long time, and my brother has an Aries Mars, which is known to erupt but move on pretty quickly. But I guess I just was concerned because I feel like Travis, when he's really angry and in the moment, he just doesn't give a rat's ass. And I was wondering, why do you feel like you get that way? Why don't you feel like you have control? And maybe you could describe a little bit of the feelings and what's going on.
I don't know
why don't you care?
The handle. It's just.
And why don't you care?
Just sort of. I actually, to be honest, I feel like I'm more passionate when it comes to my feelings, when it comes to these issues, but you know, people say that I have a tend to observe more, which is probably more so than socializing. But at the same time, I have to admit that when I get really, really upset or really passionate about things, since it could be alluding to mania or something like that, or mixed moods, but I definitely have a lot more control issues, and I can't really tell you what stems from it.
Go on upstairs. Get out of here. Don't get that goddamn.
Other than the fact that I do have issues, why are you going this way?
It's Spaghetti Junction is blocked. Yeah, it's up there. Get the side road here.
Okay, never mind. So I don't know what else you want to mention, Kyle.
So anger has always been an issue with work. Were there any other times you exploded at work, or maybe you could explain some of the anger that you had with Dad when we fought?
Sit here in my fucking ass, and when I go out with my goddamn girlfriend, I feel worse.
I don't know. I
got my fucking attitude.
When we fought in the past.
Yeah, I already loaded videos about my anger. I remember seeing this video on YouTube that I already loaded, that from old clips, that I was bitching to Dad that I don't know how to work when I'm bipolar and shit, and I got really, really frustrated. I was in the piano room.
There is no break. When I'm breaking, I'm like this. I'm like this. You don't see it, but I'm like this when I break. Is this even better?
In the living room, and I just got really, really upset, and I also got upset in the basement when I almost killed Loppy.
You broke the rabbit.
What?
Travis broke the rabbit.
What happened?
Its foot's all fucked up because the
rabbit, because the bed, spring fell, and
we get really going kind of when Dad says don't post that shit on Facebook. That actually kind of irritates me because I feel like I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say. So
I mean,
it's funny because we post everything on Facebook, and that's how our mom stays up to date. So she ends up getting going, and she gets Dad going because she always calls him to solve it. But
to be honest with you, before this episode, I did get really, really angry at Dad, mentioning the fact that, he was bitching to us or complaining that we shouldn't get a part-time job at this Red Wing factory doing manufacturing.
Saying that we're just ugly fucking.
And I just got really upset.
With no girlfriend.
We're ugly. We are not responsible. We're lazy. We don't give a shit about life. We don't have kids. We're not married. And we're bachelors. And I got really upset at Dad that, what the fuck? Why can't we just do something with our life more than sitting at home? But I'm thankful that I finally found the ability to do something more with my life and getting back into...
He's been really motivated, and it's because I guess I'll make the announcement because I found a girlfriend. She's a really nice Hmong girl. The thing is, she accepts me for who I am, even if I don't make a lot of money doing what I do, but it's because of the passion. She's just willing just to work for herself, and I'm willing to be the emotional support and just give her what I feel like would be helpful for her. So I've been pretty happy with her. And we've been going pretty good. It's been a pretty simple, easy relationship. It's not like one of those relationships where I feel like I have to cut my arm and leg just to satisfy my woman. So I really like her a lot, and it's probably going to last for a while. And she's going to move out and said she's going to give me her keys, and it's been okay. I mean, I was a little worried about the dynamics because in the past, my brother, I felt like didn't do well when I wasn't at home, and I didn't do well when he wasn't home because we just would always argue. It would feel like someone was left behind. Like my brother would end up in the hospital or in the group home. But I don't know if it's her that kind of motivated me, which is true, but maybe he's motivating Travis too because he's just been in the moment. He did painting, he did music like all week last week. So I don't know with him. Sometimes it's a shot in the dark, but sometimes you just do it.
Do you feel anger can really destroy a relationship?
Yeah. That's why people need to go to anger management, but then there has to be a reason why people care.
Angry Asian asshole twins.
Yeah, the reality is I really didn't care. I was really destructive. I ruined my reputation. I didn't care if I destroyed her, but the reality is I also hurt myself.
My personality is hard. My wig is hard.
Too,
is this related?
I don't know if it helps.
Is this related to adoption, or
it could be related to adoption. I was angry at a lot of abandonment issues that were brought out. And
Please, America! Please!
I was really young, so I didn't know how to deal with that shit at the time, so... Anyway, it's tricky sometimes navigating this kind of stuff. Right now we're gonna go to a Korean adoptee event. I think we're gonna be really late, but because we had to avoid 94, I'm trying to get on university. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of probably deep digging we got to do. I guess another cool thing is we went to a Korean adoptee event yesterday and someone recognized our interview stuff, and she said she watched every single video, so we were so happy that somebody's watching and appreciating our work that we signed the cards from her for her, which she asked if we could sign the cards, and also we end up giving her music CDs too, because we were really thankful. And Travis actually got paid from another cat that appreciated his work. So anyway, even though we feel like hypocrites, sometimes it's not very good to destroy relationships and jobs. I mean, sometimes you just get in the moment, you just don't give a shit. But I guess say heed caution, but sometimes that shit adds up, so be careful. Yeah, so I don't know what you feel. I think Travis calmed down, and
I do have regrets doing it, but at the same time, not sure. I don't know if I could have done anything different, even though
it's usually just a common theme that my brother just blows up like that, and when that happens, there's no way to stop him, because I already knew it was going to happen, and I don't want to leave that fitness center.
Get that angry, though?
I was irritated at first, but then you just made it worse.
Yeah, but why don't you ever get that angry?
It's been a while, because I don't know, I feel like I matured, I grew up a little bit, it's not worth it to fight. Like I said, maybe that girl has trauma too and hurt. Maybe she's just a divorced cat lady that's just bitter at life. Even though I made a joke that she's an ugly, white, skinny bitch that could have just walked around us, and Dad said, Kyle, leave it alone. And that's that.
All right, guys. Anything else you want to say?
No, I think that's it, you guys. Again, maybe you have suggestions of how you handle anger and why you want to handle anger and why maybe it should be important. Feel free to reach out to us. If you like our videos, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And we wanted to mention, hey, my brother's going really, really big on Beyond Bipolar blog. Right now he has 449 subscribers. That's almost 450 subscribers, so he's been really getting at there. We thank you for watching our videos, so please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell button for future updates. And if you have anything else that you'd like to add to the conversation, which we love to do, feel free to say something.
All right, please like, comment, subscribe again. Take care, have a good one, bye.
Goodbye.